trip. And there's Sally getting ready.
Rushing to the bedroom to put my things away.
Get going, Sally. At the airport, getting ready to take off. Hey, Leanne, face the camera, will you? Recording. How you doing? Just smile.
Want to wait and eat later?
This is our hotel, Europa House. Hotels along here. This is sort of the hotel area in Sussex Gardens. And here's Sally coming out of the hotel finally. Big double-decker red buses. We're now in, there's one of their cabs. Here's Alice and Sally. And where's Leon? There's Leon. Wandering around aimlessly in downtown London. Looking at the horse guards. The British Army. Horse guards barracks of the British Army. Here we are on the Thames River, just near Westminster. The boats are going up and down, plenty of them. Sally, you guys? Sally? Here we are in the Thames, taking a picture of Leon and Alice and Sally.
So unique.
What?
Take a picture of these benches. Look at the bench. That's what I was saying. I want you to take a picture of that.
Sally wants a picture of the benches, so we got to get a picture of the benches. And Leon just walked in front of the benches. Big fan. And there we go. I just zoomed in on that baby.
Mommy, is that the Parliament building with all the flags now?
What?
What building is that?
That's Winston Churchill. That's Parliament Street up there where all the activity takes place. The heart of London. A couple of the London bobbies in front of the Parliament buildings, keeping the people out. There's the Parliament buildings in the background. What? Big Ben again. There's Oliver Cromwell. Here we are at the House of Commons. Here we are at St. Margaret's Church. Here's Westminster Abbey. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful church. This is the front of it. It's gold. And they're just refacing the whole, cleaning it all up. There's the Twin Towers. Absolutely gorgeous. Leon and Alice and Sally. that say? Scotland Yard. They do.
Huh?
Here we are at the Cabinet War Rooms where Winston Churchill and the people put together the plan for World War II. And there's Sally in her famous pants. And here's the room where they did it. See the sandbags on there? That's the war room. Down below and into there is where they did all of their planning for the war. Number 10 Downing Street, where the Prime Minister lives. This is as close as we could get. In front of Dan Downing's place, there's Sally with a funny look on her face. This is, but they're showing all of the British flags, Union Jacks. Recording, this is the guard in front of the Horse Guards in London. Standing there as still as can be.
They're still like that. I mean, with his arm just about. For how?
There's the Horse Guards there. 1874 that this tavern was established. You want to go and get one, Leanne?
Huh? Get one what?
Gold bar. And Alice and Sally are throwing down the pint of bitters. And Leanne had to go to the John because he had his bitters already. But to give you a little idea of the old bar we're in. Kind of neat. Goes back to 1274. And here comes Leanne back from the John. Hey Leanne. We're at the Royal Mews, which I don't know what that is. I don't know what for. There's more of them. Horse-drawn carriages out in front of Buckingham Palace. Goodness gracious.
No.
Well, there's the Tower of London. Looking at it from across the way. As usual, there's those red double-decker tour buses. Sally. Sally! Taking pictures of... What? That's what? This is the Roman wall in front of us. dating back to the Roman days. Base of one of the original towers to the Tower of London. Here we're seeing the Tower Bridge across from the London Tower. Very striking. Sally wandering and eating an apple in the grounds of the London Tower. We are at Oxford University, one of the universities. There's some tour buses. Looking down the main street in the city center. Part of Oxford College again. They're renovating it. Here again we're in downtown Oxford. Church in Oxford, and it was here when the university was still a school. Some of the old architecture in Stratford upon Avon. These homes go back, and we're heading towards Shakespeare's birthplace. There's where Shakespeare was born and did some of his work. Next to it is the modern Shakespeare Theater Center. Here's Sally in front of Shakespeare's birthplace. She's hanging on because she's hungry. She can get fed, except for her usual candy bar. Here we are at the Wedgwood Visitor Center, Wedgwood, China. Is manufactured. We saw the manufacturing of it and how they put the little pieces all together and gild and everything else. Sally and them are in the store. Sally and Alice and them are in the store, looking at all the goods. Blowing her money at the Wedgwood place, chewing her gum. Lynn and Alice at St. Giles Church. Sally wandering down there. Alice and Leah. The dirtiness of the buildings are due to the peat. There's a picture of Sir Walter Scott. This is where Robbie Burns stayed when he was in Edinburgh. It's called the Writers' Museum. Here we are coming up the Royal Mile, looking upward. We're going towards the castle. And there's Sally, panhandling again. Celebrate the history of Scotch whiskey. Scotch whiskey. Looking down from the castle, down the Royal Mile.
The only place you can really see some of the palace is sitting on top of the flagpole. Other than that,
This from the entrance to the castle down to Edinburgh. It's quite a large drop. Okay, there's Sally standing by one of the guards going into the entrance of the castle up in Edinburgh. Okay, she's coming into the main entrance to the castle and all the big guns. These weren't open when we were here. These are the coat of arms. This is inside the castle. Some of the displays in one of the rooms is a big fireplace. Coat of arms. And there's the outfit that they wear. Inside the courtyard in the castle. There's a memorial to the soldiers that lost their lives in the war. This is called the Citadel. It was all protected. This castle was almost impregnable. Here we are on the top of the Edinburgh Castle, looking down into the city of Edinburgh. Quite a ways up. Quite impregnable. There's the lower section of this fort with the guns. There's the gun they fire every day at 1 o'clock. Had been for 150 years. And it's where the lone bagpiper plays, right up the top of that angled precipice there. More of the castle. This is the Citadel area, which is really protected. In the castle, they used for keeping prisoners. Shows you inside with the sink, the toilet. Edinburgh Castle. This is Robbie Burns' cottage where he was born. We're in all the way outside of there on the coast of Scotland. Burns Cottage. Robbie Burns, the Ayrshire poet, was born in this cottage on the 25th of June, 1759 and died in 1796. He was only 37.5 years old. Where Robbie Burns' father was buried. This is the remains of it. This is supposed to be a spooky Alloway in Scotland, near the coast, the western coast. It's closed right now, we can't get in there, but we're taking a bird's eye view of it. The bridge going over the River Doon, famous in some of Robbie Burns' homes, and there's Sally and Alice looking over the bridge. Very pretty, very scenic. Of course, it's a cold, looking down the river dune, some old buildings, which there are plenty of in here. Sally, show us how you chew gum, Sally.
You're lucky I'm not going to.
There's Sally waving from the Brigadoon.
And the bridge.
This is the Burns Hotel, Burns Monument Hotel, Wood Notes Wild. Better a wee bush than nae bield, whatever that means. Our lunches and suppers. We didn't stay there, but it's a nice one. Here we are at the entrance to Calzean Castle on the coast of Scotland, near Turnberry, the site of the British Open '94.
Look at the view. That's the one that was growing in the woods.
Some more of the castle going up.
Ah.
They're redoing this because it's crumbling because of the age, but you can see parts of the castle here and what we're looking at. Taking a shot of Sally.
So you can get the exact.
Let's go to it, James.
Sally wants me to get a picture of this guy up there. It looks like he's stabbing a fish. He's sitting on one.
Well, it looks like a child.
Yeah, could be. On the top of the castle, the walls overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. Fantastic sight. Some of the cannon that were here to use to guard the castle with. There's one in the center. Look at these flintlocks and swords and everything. We're inside the castle here, and it's all over on the walls. These were all weapons they used in the wars when they fought off people that came through here. Axes, pickaxes, hooks. The way they've done all of this. It's unbelievable. Flintlocks and swords as far as your eye can see. Small cannons down below that actually fire. The drum from the core, more swords, more flintlocks. There's a blunderbuss they used to fill with metal and fire it. Sally? Gorgeous ceiling. This is the eating room at the hotel, I mean at the castle. A lot of Wedgwood is around here, and silver for holding silverware. It's beautifully turned. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is the dining area.
The daughter of Spanish Mahogany.
There's the dining table.
These are all descendants of him. They opened
can seat 36 comfortably.
So that's the first
That's
one.
why it's not there.
So here
There's one over on the other side too. And then down here is another wine cooler. Some of the old furniture there. Absolutely gorgeous. Clock came from London. It's about 1700s series. Very valuable. Going up the winding stairway in this castle. Absolutely gorgeous. Views of tourists.
I mean, it was said that
More workable cannons there. They're on the second level of the castle. Just absolutely gorgeous.
so this salon was used for all the formal occasions in the house. So the ladies used to
Beautiful
promenade
chandelier.
here, and the men would sit during the day and they would have dancing things to their family. And when he built this was the third part of the castle he built. They called it a drum tower. And it's an original Adams fact. It's the carpet is a copy, and it's been done 12 years, and it was made locally here in Edinburgh. Again, it was you kind of you know,
There's the old clubhouse of Turnberry. This is the home in July of the British Open. I'm sitting on the grounds of the new Turnberry Golf Club. Part of the Turnberry on the side looking out. New clubhouse. This is part of the facilities around Turnberry. Very gorgeous inside. This is viewing the course, part of the course I should say.
That you're watching the two icons, but I wasn't aware at that age that this was going to be one of the events in world sport. We spent that afternoon running between shots, trying to peep through legs, on tiptoes to look over. The atmosphere and the importance of it, everybody was running. It wasn't just the youngsters, there was old guys running. Everybody was wanting to see the next shot, the next mistake, who was going to make that fantastic shot that was going to make the difference. Golf courses were meant to be quiet places, but there it was just absolutely pandemonium. I can still remember the cheer and the adulation for Nicholas to hold that putt and make Watson win it. I was low enough down to peer through some legs to actually be able to see.
Where we had lunch on Monday on Stoke-on-Trent Cottage.
There are only 2 Roman baths in the world that still have hot mineral water flowing into them, and one of them is here in Bath.
It's difficult to sum up the Roman baths in just a few words, but it's a fantastic place, and it's one place where you can come close to the reality of the Roman world.
A day out in the Roman baths means a chance to have a lot of fun, but also learn stuff while you're here and discover one of the best preserved Roman sites in Britain.
People can walk on the actual pavements that Romans walked on, and that is one of the most exciting things. We haven't done anything to that. It's genuine pavement. They can taste the water. It's a spa water with its 43 different minerals in it. They can talk to the Romans.
Our costume characters are great. I think they really bring to life the idea of the Romans living here 2,000 years ago. They stay within character, so any questions you ask them about taking photographs, they will not do, but they will offer to pose for a portrait for you.
During the year, there's all sorts of different events and activities that take place here on the site.
We run family activities here every school holiday and also various points during the summer holidays.
The retail facilities here at the baths offer a great selection of souvenirs which are individually handcrafted and especially unique to the gift shop here.
By the time you've finished doing all that, you're probably a bit peckish, so you could go to the pump room, which is a wonderful dining salon, or you could step outside to the Roman baths kitchen.
Once you visit Roman baths, you will never forget it.
It was brilliant!
We're inside the original Roman bath. It's pouring rain outside. And there I am looking down at the original Roman bath. Going back to eons ago. These are hot baths. We'll get a shot at Sally and Alice and Leanne looking at the stuff. Sally? Sally! It's all original, the Roman baths there, only the only problem is there are no Romans there. This is the upper portion of it. Here we are. This is the outline of all the baths as they were back in the Roman days. part of an old beetle wall in the bath. And there's what's left of the original facade.
Alors, vous pouvez regarder. Remarquez que c'est quand même chaud, hein, vous voyez la fumée, donc...
This is the temple courtyard. Sally, watch out. This is the altar found in the pump room. Some of the caskets they use. Roman people in the early days. This is the grain we're talking about. Unbelievable how they do that.
The East baths were used for the main bathing routine of the women when they attended the bathhouse here in Aquae Sulis.
It's believed this section of the complex was used for getting clean. You'd make your way through the series of hot rooms, getting massages, anything like you'd get in a modern day spa really.
We've recently installed new projections and computer graphics which absolutely bring this area to life. It's a fantastic way of seeing how the Romans used this site and it's historically accurate as well, so everything you can see here would have happened 2,000 years ago.
Over the summer months we will be open until 9 PM last entry and 10 o'clock closing, so you can get a real feel for the Roman baths at night but in a nice relaxing summer atmosphere.
Springs overflow. The hot water coming into the bath and over because it's too abundant. Heated water that here we are in the actual bath. As it exists today with the heat coming off the water. Kind of scary that this is so old. It's still here. Seats where people could sit and dipping their feet into the bath. The entrance to the water, going into the bath. Circular bath where they took a chill or a cold bath before they went into the warm bath. The circular bath here, the cold bath. Original changing room for the Roman bath. These are archaeological studies going on down here. By the Bath Archaeological Society. They're excavating these things and finding out what's here and retracing the history of them. There's an archaeologist doing something he was trained to do, and measure and locate. These are the East Bath Archaeological Trust in North. Incidentally, these films were put together by that famous expeditionist R. Lowry. Brought you in beautiful, livid color. In front of one of the stones of Stonehenge. Little Alice in front of Stonehenge. There is Stonehenge. I can't get any closer because of there's a lot of wear and tear on the implements. That's what it is. It came 6,000 miles from here. There's the other side of Stonehenge. Here we are in front of Stonehenge that we paid $50,000 to come 6,000 miles to see. So we stayed at the last night. Here's the bar we were in, the Halfway Halt. Quite a nice place, probably the nicest place we stayed at in the whole trip.
Huh? To push off on both of you.
Just hold it.
Oh, just hold it? Okay,
Yeah,
is it filming?
Put your hand under there. When it says REC, it's recording.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Do I need to zoom in a little? The zoom in shot. We go wave. Hi. Okay.
That's good.
There we go. Okay.
Just push the little red button.